Hello, this is Miss Andrea, and welcome to my vlog. Um, I've decided to just really double down and to be consistent with recording for this channel. I am going to make it a vlog. So what you all are going to get is bits and pieces of what's going on around me and what is in my head. And what is in my head indeed. The biggest piece of news that I could not avoid from infecting my little mind this week was the story of a wealthy white couple who allegedly kept their black adopted children as slaves and locked them in a barn every night. So from what I understand, they worked 12 hours a day and they were locked in the barn the other 12 hours, typically nighttime hours. DFAX was called 7 times by neighbors before they finally came out to investigate on a well child visit. He is 63, his wife is 62. They pleaded not guilty to more than a dozen new charges on Tuesday after 2 teens were found locked in a crumbling shed in a raft in ratty clothing. And it's so funny because on TikTok this week there was a story that was getting a lot of attention where someone said, why are white people adopting black children? And everyone was like, well, why are there black children to adopt? And so, like, these are all good questions. I have white friends who have adopted black children. Largely it's gone okay. I do know black children who were adopted who have cut contact with their adoptive parents, so there are times when it does not go okay. But the net is, please Lord, don't let people think this is a good idea and continue to do this level of sadistic nonsense. They're facing charges of human trafficking, human rights violations, and use of forced labor. The conditions were appalling. The children ranged in age from 16 down to 6. What kind of monster in this day and age when we know better than to think that we have the right to be someone's master and have a slave? What in this day and age makes someone go, yes, that 6-year-old can work for me. I'll adopt them and they can be my slave. Whew. Of the 2 children they found, a girl wore shoes and the boy had bare feet with sores on them. A 9-year-old was found in the main residence. The husband showed up later with an 11-year-old boy. And the mom showed up with a 6-year-old girl later who had been with acquaintances. What were the acquaintances? Oh my. Oh my. And they said the children loved the shed. They called it their clubhouse. Whew. Whitefeather's brother posted $200,000 bonds to free the couple 3 days later. Your siblings let you out? My siblings wouldn't let me out if I did something that egregious. They were taken back into custody and their bonds were raised to $500,000 each. Their bonds should be $2 million each. I'm just saying. That's just... Okay. What's a black job? What's a black job? Like, somebody tell me what a black job is. Because at the debate the other day, which kept me from getting home, my hair's flying on one side, which kept me from getting home because I live in Atlanta and the caravan stopped my traffic and I had to sit there until the caravan came in for me to get home that day. But what's a black job? Like, I didn't watch the debate because I didn't want to see it. Like, I'm not impressed by any of this. This should be a younger person's race. Younger than me even. I'm 56. This should be a younger person's race. I'm not impressed by any of this. But my husband does watch train wrecks. And so I could hear it from the other room. And I kept hearing black jobs. And my little eyebrow kept, raising up and twitching a little bit. Anyone who is okay with jobs being classified by race is okay with segregation. Anyone who is okay with segregation may or may not be racist. That is all. I'm moving on. Yesterday, I had the most delightful opportunity to interview an amazing man who is writing a series of books. His book, Explorer 2000, Lost in Taldish Sector, is his first book. This is going to be the first of a series, and his approach to writing the books literally gives me chills. He's a homeschooling dad, and he has young children. The oldest one is about 6 or 7 right now, and they've just been game playing at night, and he's been taking that game playing, the stories and the titles and the ideas the kids come up with, and he's been writing novels. And I am so impressed by him, and I am so impressed by his children. I spent some time with them as well yesterday, and we had a really good time. I'm going to put the link to the live stream interview into this video, and you all can check it out. I have a friend showing up in a few minutes, and so this is going to be a super short video. I didn't want to film late at night because late at night I look bad. I look so tired. So the last thing I have for you is a question that keeps coming up, and I also did a video for my business channel this week for Cheese Press on Homeschool Acceleration, and you should check that out. Miss Mir and I talked about accelerating your homeschooler. So in that topic, I'm looking at a Reddit question from someone who has a question about graduation options. So let's jump in. It says, help. I am currently homeschooling my youngest son, 17, because of the high school here in Panama City, Florida is pretty terrible. I originally was going to put him back in public school for his senior year so he could get a degree, but decided against it when more issues happened at the school also. Unless you're homeschooling as an accredited homeschooler using an accredited curriculum, you can't just put them back to graduate. They will start them over at 9th grade. There are videos about that on this channel. The kid is pretty gifted. He is an Excellist. Oh, yeah, you can do Excellist accredited. And is learning Spanish off of Duolingo. Probably should also have a book to go with that. The thing is, he just wants to take the GED when he turns 18 so he can be done with high school. Oh, he doesn't want to wait till the end of the year. Got it. Here in Florida, I can graduate him when I want by informing the school district that he's done with the homeschool program. I just want the educational credentials so he doesn't have issues pursuing his future plans, military and then college. I guess my questions are, is there anything negative about this that I'm missing? Back in the day, a GED was looked down on. Has that changed? Are there any drawbacks to this idea? How do I get this going? If not, just contact the local school district. I just want to do what's best for my kids. I don't want to screw up his future. Yada, yada. A lot of people are saying, don't get the GED. You don't need a GED. But if he is gifted, the GED is going to show that he is gifted. And so therefore, that is not a bad idea. Right? If he's using Excellus, just finish the course. Tell him to slow your roll, slow down, finish your Excellus course, and then we'll get your diploma, and that'll be it. Let's see. As a homeschooler, you can write a homeschool diploma, and homeschoolers do get into the military these days. There's umbrella schools, especially in Florida. There are accreditation agencies. Someone saying you don't even need a diploma to go into the military. That's not true. They have to show that they have finished high school to go into the military. So that question wasn't that hard. I'm with Mom. If he's refusing to finish the year, which, finish the year as in do another whole year. Got it. And if he is in fact gifted as you have perceived, take the GED. He'll blow it out the water, and they'll come get him with bells on. Right? Someone else says, how does graduation work? I saw this homeschool subreddit in my recommendations and was intrigued. I looked at my local laws on homeschooling, but it really didn't give me any insight on anything. You get to choose the grades and test what material is covered. My state also allows high school graduation, but I'm confused on how exactly you prove completion and or proof of learning legally. Can anybody tell me how they did it or did it? How they do it or did it? That's a random behind question. It's easy and it's hard. Your state will have a web page that lists everything you need to know about what courses you should be teaching your child or getting your child taught through some kind of means. And when those are done, you graduate them. The end. Now, more details. Typically, I like to say, is a child going to college? What college are they looking to go to? Okay, so let's look at colleges at this level. Say they're going to Ivy. They need 4 language arts, 4 maths. 2 of them need to be more difficult than algebra and geometry, which would be the first 2. 4 sciences, 2 of them have to be lab sciences, 3 histories and a government/economics class, plus 2 years of the same foreign language, and then a smattering of electives, like the same as you would get in public school. If they're going to a school that doesn't ask for all that, they still need 4 years of language arts, but everything else, depending on the school's requirements could come down to 3 years, except for language arts, except for foreign language, which stays at 2 years. So it's not hard. There are rules. You look at them, you make a chart, you make a plan, and you follow it. It's really not a big deal. One more. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I, 16, have a few questions of what I should be working towards in terms of my education. First of all, your parents should be involved. It says, I'm a homeschool sophomore in high school, and my education isn't very good at all. Oh, so much for the parents. In my state, it's perfectly legal for my parent to sign a quote-unquote diploma. However, I have a few questions since I see a lot of people talking about getting their GEDs here. Do colleges actually accept mommy quote-unquote diplomas and transcripts? Yes. But your test scores, like your SAT, needs to kind of corroborate that. Like if you get all A's and your parents list a bunch of classes, but you completely bomb the SAT, then nothing your parents said are going to matter, right? Um, if so, is it better for me to get a GED and apply to college with that instead? Or do people only need to get their GED if the parent isn't studying a diploma? People only need to get the GED if the parent isn't studying a diploma. But if you feel that you don't have the full education that you need, then you should get the GED while the information you have is still fresh. And I've recommended several homeschoolers go get GED. Typically, those homeschoolers were unschooled and thought they might want to attend college in the future. And I said, okay, let's put a giant period on the end of this sentence and go ahead and get the GED, because you didn't keep a portfolio, you didn't keep records of your homeschool experience, and so the GED is necessary. So if your parents don't keep a record of your homeschool experience, you're going to want to go ahead and get the GED, right? But in the U.S., over 90% of four-year colleges and universities accept homeschool diplomas. So there's that. You must have a diploma and a transcript. You need a portfolio, and the portfolio is going to have your transcript. No one cares to actually see the homeschool diploma that I'm aware of, and I've been doing this for a long time. You might want to also do a resume that shows whatever your unique talents and whatever your unique talents and experiences are. It definitely 100% depends on the college. When you hit 9th grade, you want to start looking at colleges to get an idea about what suits you so that you can make the appropriate plan. When in doubt, look at what's required in the Ivy League and follow that plan of action if you have no idea what college you want to go to. But if you want to go to like a Christian college, a homeschool friendly college, then you need to choose a good one and follow that plan. Whether you apply to it or not, you need to know what kind of college you're going to, so you know what kind of homeschool courses, or just courses in general, that you should take as a homeschooler. Oh, almost forgot. I scored a huge, really neat thing this week, and I wish I had taken pictures of the whole room. But I had a reception yesterday at my homeschool building, and another homeschool program, one that my kids went to back in the day, we're getting rid of some set props, and I scored a magnificent faux fireplace. Like, it's incredible for our homeschool place. So it's going in our big room, and it just makes the room look so cozy. And I can't wait to show off the whole room soon. I'll do that. I'm almost done getting the big room how I want it for the year. I set it up for a reception, but now I need to set it up for my middle school teachers. And I'll let you see. I'll let you see how I set up to run a homeschool program. So that's it. Until next time.